To be equal is to be completely and entirely the same, to have no difference from one another. Men and women will never be able to fulfill this. They cannot be entirely the same because they are not the same. This should not be a controversial opinion, but somehow stating that men and women are not and will never be equal is somehow looked down upon and extremely controversial in today's society. You get labels such as misogynist for saying such a statement, but it's true. It's the fortunate or unfortunate reality, however you want to look at it. Men have areas where they exceed in, and women have others. Because they don't exceed in the same areas, they are automatically not equal. We are made to complement each other like puzzle pieces. If we are completely the same, that complementary factor goes completely away. Think about it. You have two puzzle pieces, right? They have to be a little bit different so one can fit inside the other. They're completely the same. They don't make anything. They don't make a greater puzzle. They can't make a picture when you have two completely equivalent puzzle pieces. Just like a puzzle, men and women, they can't be the same, or the picture, the greater picture that they build together, is completely and entirely destroyed. If we were completely equal, like the society would crumble from the bottom. Men and women would go from complementing each other to opposing each other, from becoming the other's opposition. When men and women are against each other, a society crumbles. Any society, from all of history, you can pick anyone, it's built from the family up. For the family to function, it needs both a man and a woman that are complementing each other. If they don't complement each other, you have all this infighting, and in the end of the day, the relationship, it doesn't work out. They must be able to complement each other. The family will fall apart when they can't build off of each other's strengths and weaknesses. That's what feminism has done to us as of today. For the last 100 years, this message has been pushed upon us that we need equality and that women need to be put at the exact same spot as men. I'm not saying one is more valuable or one is better than the other, because it's not true. They're of equal worth, but they are not equal entirely. Now, what feminism has done is, with this 100 years of brainwashing, because that's what it is, as I said before, what it's done is convinced people to have equal worth and equal value. They must be equal. And as I've stated earlier, when men and women are equal, they begin opposing each other. And they bring each other down. They bring each other down to a lower level, so they are equivalent on a lower level with less skills and less ability, and they can't complement each other. And when they have equal value in a society and are actually building each other up, they complement each other, they begin to build that value up. They both become stronger together instead of tearing each other down, because they have different strengths, and when both sides can exceed in the strength that they have, the society, it gets built up to its highest point. And feminism has created this divide between men and women, because women want this non-existent equality, and men have gone along with it just out of weakness and fear of being labeled as a misogynist. And now we're at a point in life where relationships, they don't work anymore. Like your average marriage, it falls apart in this country. I believe 60% of marriages fail nowadays. That's because the couple is opposing each other instead of building each other up at this point. It's really sad to see. We have to fight this. We have to remind people that just because you're not the same doesn't mean they have any less value. We have to value everybody in our community. We have to bring value to each and every person, but we must also not lie to people and not act like we can be the same. We need to not be telling little girls that they can do everything little boys can do. Telling little boys that they will be able to do everything little girls can do, because it's just not true. We need to stop lying to ourselves. That's how we save this society, by not lying to ourselves. Because what happens with this whole society of equivalence is you have to bring at least one side down, because they oppose each other. They're going to clash until one side drops. And as we've seen around us, the side that's been dropping is the men. The men have fallen. Men are broken and defeated because their place and role in society has been stolen by many women who really shouldn't be in that position. Women who, they don't fit in that position. It's not their role. And nowadays, men, as I stated in my American Psycho video, they're broken, defeated, and eventually they snap. That's why we see a lot of problems we have in today's society. And again, that doesn't mean either side has any less value. But each side, the men and women, they both must bring in what they're good at. And they must put forth to their society what their best traits are. And then the sides, they take away from the negative traits. When they're complementing each other, the negative traits, they start to go away a little bit. And then that's how you have a society where everyone is valued and has equivalent value. When everybody is equal, not everyone has equivalent value anymore. But when they complement each other, everyone has equivalent value. And that's how we save this society. I'm Ron Swanson signing off. Peace out and God bless.